3. And again. Okay. Trying a new position. Pull the microphone back about an inch away from center of the face. And have the normal foam cover that comes with it in place. And added to the outside of that, I have a strip of the fake fur that you would see on a just a windsock, fake fur windsock thingamajigger. Took a little piece off of the extra one I had around, and seeing how that's going to do. Another thing I did, very important, is I made a chin. What do you call it? Chin curtain underneath, out of some soft black velour style upholstery material I had left over from a previous project, and that alone should cover a lot of the wind noise problem I was having, because the microphone is really located only about an inch from the bottom of the helmet lip of the chin, so this will prevent pretty much any wind from whipping up and around into it. So I'm hoping that that is the case. Another thing very important that I did to this particular helmet is I went ahead and looked at it, with the light coming through while the face shield is, or the, clear face shield is closed, to see where the gaps were, and figured out ways to hopefully address all those issues to where I think I might have a fairly decent seal around the eye port. If anything, it will be better than what it was, and hopefully not like some kind of shrill whistle, 130 decibel thing splitting my head in two. But so we got that going, and those are the changes. So I'm just going to take it a quick roundabout and hopefully get close to some highway speeds, and see how it does compared to the other day. Like I say, right now the fur and foam covered microphone is about an inch off center and right below my lower lip, right where you got that little kind of valley between there. I've trimmed the hairs just enough to where it's not like going in my mouth and stuff, but it's only about like a half inch off, so it's still pretty long hairs. So we'll see how it does with the curtain, mic repositioned, better application of the fake fur, and sealing of hopefully a lot of the wind noise away from air leaks around the face shield, rubber gasket. So fingers crossed. Alright, and as you can see here, it is 1:56 at night, and before I go taking off here, one thing I almost forgot to do, I got to get to one of those ram mounts real quick here. Not obviously now, I don't have one, but it's something I need to get. And so I don't need the GoPro app on. Get that there. Okay. Zip everything up so I don't drop anything out of my pockets. I'm really hoping this takes care of the audio issues, because when it's still, inside the house there, if I could manage to get close to that, that would be a treat. So I don't want to go backwards in audio, considering where I started out from. I mean, when a cheapo telemarketing headset with a little boom mic on it from Logitech, $25 item, and so far it actually produced better results than my current results have netted me. And yeah, all that get foggy. There we go. It's about 50 degrees out there, so I'm going to keep this just like that when I'm driving. I'll make sure to flip it up before I get anywhere. So I can kind of possibly see that there's, because right now I'm doing, was doing 43 there, and hopefully I can say this is not causing clipping issues. And all I want out of it really is to just not have audio clipping. I find the video to be pretty satisfactory. All you got to do, I think, in my opinion, is just turn the saturation down in whatever editing program you might be using. You know, only like, you know, it's up to your taste, really. But for my taste, all it took was just a little bit of desaturation of the colors, specifically the orange and the red. And then you don't get that that blooming saturated effect, which kind of causes a bit of muddiness perceptually to the eyes. Once you get rid of that, the image kind of crisps up, and it turns out to be pretty decent, even at 30 frames a second, which I do, you know, hope that it will be a firmware upgrade for this particular version of it. Be nice to be able to at least have the option of 1080p 60 frames a second, the higher quality codec, or at least a higher bitrate codec. And a frame rate that more matches actual 29.97. So when it comes up in DaVinci Resolve 12.5 beta, and you unwrap the QuickTime file that it is saying 30 frames a second. And when I unload QuickTime file from the GoPro 4 of the same ride, it unwraps and says it is 29.97 frames a second. So in the editing process, I've got to reduce the speed of one or increase the speed of the other to get it synchronized between the two cameras. So, not fun, but this is one more small step. And other than that, also I've moved the camera back a little bit further, about like anywhere from 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, maybe even a full inch back towards the rear, or more in line with the ear, my left ear. Just to seem like it was a little bit pointing more, you know, to the right than I wanted. I would rather, if all it's going to do is catch a slim few millimeters of my helmet in view on the right hand side, then I would rather the camera be as forward facing as possible, just to have a easier perspective to deal with mentally as you're watching. And other than that, this is you know, what it's like middle of the night, driving around a small town. I'm going to try to hit one of the roads here just to get a little I-5 action going, so I can see how the noise control measures that I put in place, if they're doing any good at higher speeds. They seem like they're doing better here at the loader, you know, 25 to 45-ish mile/hour range, which yesterday with a similar late night road test for audio and video, it definitely, you could tell, you know, the extra wind noise was starting to come on in this particular helmet that I have, right at about the 30-35 mile an hour range. By 45 mile an hour range, I could tell my volume of my voice was raised just to make sure that I was being heard. And as it sits right now, that little, what do you call it? I keep forgetting his little chin thingamajigger there, chin curtain. Does seem to be quite a bit quieter. This will test it at about 45 or so. Coming up here. Doing about 45 indicated. I forgot to turn the head side to side here too. That's just trying to see if I got any more air leakages. When I go to the right, not hardly any. When I look to the left, I can feel air flowing right into my eyeball, or at least right below my eyeball. The occipital lobe, so I'll have to look for an air leak in that area. What else? So that was like 45 miles an hour, and quite frankly, unless my voice is too loud due to mic placement and proximity to my pie hole, which I will only find out later. Hopefully the built-in advanced noise cancellation will have some effect. Otherwise, you know, everybody else's videos sounds pretty good up to a point, you know. I think for myself, it's just a matter of getting the microphone placed properly and a little cover with the fake fur I put in place. And really, this is like not the greatest of quietest helmets in the world. So having it a little bit more sealed off than it was yesterday, I think helping quite a bit too. One other thing I wanted to try out on the thingamajigger here. In fact, I will in the Circle K parking lot out. But Shelly, just careful of that little iron plate there. Someplace that's got a little bit of light to it. Right there. And one thing I wanted to try out here, I'm not going to try it with the glove on, but I got my 16,400 milliamp hour portable battery recharger in my breast pocket of my leathers here. So I'm going to find the power plug right there. I'm going to see if this will help out with keeping the S10 or the Sena 10C powered while I motovlog here. I'll find where everything's at here. I might have to take my other glove off here. Okay. And we're out of here. It's much more quiet, muffled rather. So hopefully it'll be much better recording than last time. I gotta make sure I get my jacket zipped up here though. It's warm enough. I forgot to check before I left there. Nope. Okay, there we go. Now let's see if we can get some highway-ish speeds here in a little bit. Don't know what just popped off, but something good. Just want to make sure I got everything here before I go racing off down the road. Okay, I'm doing like 35 with the visor up now. The visor is down. So I'm going to go down a little further this way and something where I can, do the speed limit of the highway. And again, I'm trying to keep my voice a little bit low too, so I don't clip the audio. I'm not sure about the microphone placement at this point. There's one thing I could do, if it turns out this is too overbearing, is just add a relief hole behind where the microphone is placed currently, so that it fits more flush, and then I can actually add a hard layer, semicircular shield, there's a little plastic or something that'll basically kind of reduce the available decibels into the microphone by 6 or 10 decibels less would be probably enough to avoid all clipping with this setup, or at least when the microphone is appropriately placed, which I'm still working on. So bear with me on this ride here. I'm gonna hit the highway, just down the road here. We got some regular on and off rain coming up over the next few days. And I'm going to start, I think, my little longer road trips in June. That way, hopefully the weather will be a little bit nicer. more stabilized into summer. Whereas when you're, depending on where I go to, it's south of the coast, it will be different than if I go towards Bend or something. So depending on what the weather happens, or what happens with the weather, it'll help determine where I take the motorcycle and camera gear. And these lights always take forever. Surprised this one actually worked. Normally I get trapped at every freaking red light possible being on a motorcycle. Fruit packing area here always smells nice summertime. Different fruit smells. They're probably rotten and all, but they can still smell the underlying tastiness. Alright, so far I haven't hit anything over 45 miles an hour, and as far as I can tell I haven't really raise my voice up too much to try to compensate. But that also means that coming up here I've got I-5 coming up pretty soon. Off the Highway 22 first. And I'll go to I-5 south, just get it up to highway speed and see how the chin curtain does, and the slightly beefed up rubber face shield seal, the rubber seal for the face shield, see how that does. So right now I'm doing faster than I should be. I was about 55. I was just kind of getting into that range of telling, that maybe the audio wasn't going to be so good. Hopefully it wasn't yelling into the microphone too badly. Okay, now in this direction for a little ways. I-5 south, we stay in this lane. And doing 50 right now. I can tell just kind of raise my voice a little bit, so I'm going to back down on a little bit. My little furry stuff is kind of tickling my lower lip. Soul patches. Alright, got I-5 coming up here pretty quick. And we're gonna go south on I-5. Anything, that little chin curtain kind of reduces the amount of airflow onto my chin. Okay, well this is excuse me. It's a 60 miles an hour indicated. Trying to keep the wind noise. I turn my head left and right a little bit. Not too much in the way of whistle. At all, actually. Compared to before. I mean, it's not perfect by any stretch of anybody's imagination. But it's not bad. And I'm going to be doing the speed limit here. 65 indicated. that was, we'll see how it does in the editing session, see how it turned out. I'm very interested now to see if any of the changes I made can make a squat bit of difference. So I gotta tell you too, normally if I'm doing like 80-ish plus, I'm probably not going to be doing too much in the way of motovlogging. It's prudent to pay attention to your riding and environment and everything. So, there'll be the occasional comments and stuff, of course. It's not like paralyzed at 85 miles an hour. Okay, well, this is a bumpy road here, so right lane close ahead. Let's see how that goes. Well, like I said, I think this little curtain thing that I added is going to be a welcome addition one way or the other. And the helmet's definitely quieter in my ears. So I'm doing 55. Too fast is my luck. It's that time in the morning, The police to civilian car ratio gets disproportionately high. Overall, I was kind of I did it, like I said, another late night trip to Lowe's last night, and I gotta say I was actually kind of liking the low light ability. The cameras actually did kind of in its own way better than the GoPro does. When you use a GoPro, if you turn up the ISO limit to basically kind of match available apparent ISO of the Sena 10C, the graininess isn't any worse, and the low light capability is actually better. Anyways, wasn't much use talking there, just having fun. We knew what it was all about. We knew what this was. There we go, now we got a full moon up there. Let's see how that does for everybody. I think I'm going to do some extreme low light testing here. Get back one of my other little areas. Do less lights. wife was like, if you knew you were going to die tomorrow on your motorcycle, would you still ride it today? And I'm like, yeah. Especially. You never know when you're going to cash out. You end up drawing limits on yourself every day. Every time you think you might die from something, you end up locked away in a hermetically sealed padded cell. Can't let everything, every little fear chip away at you. Yeah. That's almost past it. So that's the power of ABS brakes for y'all. Allows you to remain in control. So you don't have to have that fear on you, thinking that you're gonna clinch up too tight. Some of them bikes out there got some amazing brakes. Ain't no shame in relying a little bit on your ABS. This means if you enjoy pushing it, that just means you pushed it. They don't seem to come in early at all. Not on this bike. Times when I can notice it coming in is when I'm thankful that it's there. Let's put it that way. And I'm not total chicken shit when it comes to riding. Just your average sport bike rider. It's been there and done that. Sometimes don't give a shit. Yeah, definitely got to work on better ventilation. Lower speeds, it's not quite exactly where I'd like it to be. Let's see how this goes. It's a nice night ride. I did crack the windshield up. Just one more though. Don't want to, even at low speeds, I don't want to fog up. Have that be the fucking reason why I wreck. Fucking bullshit. Not that much of a rookie. Vision is key. And also this will give one more layer of test for noise cancellation, having the face shield cracked open one notch on the D10. So I'm doing about 52 right now. 55-ish. About 60-ish. So this will give you an idea how well or not the wind noise cancellation works. Down to neighborhood speeds. And yeah, that one D10 open on the visor definitely helps with anti-fogging issues, but I'm going to get a regular modern day helmet here, either this summer or fall. Thinking of getting a showy Neotech modular. I'm not sure. I got to do some research. I want a real quiet one if I can, and there's not much difference. I may get a Schuberth, price wise. It's like $50 or $100 or something. If it's reputed to be, basically like the quietest on the market or some such. So I would like to have at least a fighting chance to have decent audio. I like the convenience of the modulars, but I don't want it to end up being like noisier than a standard helmet. I know they're all going to be kind of noisy, but if I could find a quiet modular, I would go for it. I always like taking my helmet off when I go to the store just to grab a few items. So I drive my motorcycle everywhere, so I can only carry what's in my soft luggage or a knapsack. Well, now I can carry more with my saddlebags, tank bag. So that's always nice. Alright, well, we're getting close to the end of this motovlog, and I'll be posting this along with yesterday's, some footage from yesterday, since the footage was good, but the audio at times was horrible, so I'm hoping that this made a difference. So, alright, thanks for watching out there, and y'all have more to come. It'll be daylight stuff all around Willamette Valley, Oregon, and good night. Bye. Alright. Visor up. Oop. Alright. Garage door opener. There it goes. Regular glass glasses are getting foggified. I don't know if you can see that up there. At the just breaking through some clouds drifting by. Pretty cool. I'm gonna go behind some darker clouds. Kind of all spooky, Halloween style. A little silver though. It's amazing. Alright, there's one of the planets off there. Not sure which one. Or Jupiter. Either that or it's a UFO. Alright, later on. Alright. There we go. Close the door. Alright. All right.